Let me check for you.
I think, yeah, we're back, we're back. We're back, and you're not killing the stream anymore. Right, come on. Oh, hey, Shoga. Oh, that was funny. So, Jen, do you want to recap that?
No, it's Steve's fault.
It's Steam's fault.
Yeah.
Dave, you play on easy, says, oh, Shoga, no, what happened? Oh, crap, I've lost my way around now. What happened was, we said we'd do this as a quick test because of it just messing up previously, because of a certain somebody in Steam conspiring against me. And, when we got it working for like a second, it disconnected. So, yeah, I just turned around and went, let's just do this. What did Jen see that's frozen a reaction like that? I don't know, ask Jen.
They're probably reading the Discord.
Oh, I think I know what it is. No, hang on. That's fine. There we go.
Oh, hold on a moment.
Chris Chan stole your Steam account. No, we're fine, we're good. I may not be the one plotting on you on Steam, says Shoga.
It must have been one of their boarding parties.
Also, I think we're gonna have to get your voice mod, Jen, because you can hear me echoing through your mic.
Hold on, I'll turn the close the door. 1 second.
I'm initiating cold protocol article 2 for abandoning the autumn. That means you too, Cortana.
That moment where you can just hear me echoing up the stairs there. What's up?
The object we found, I'm gonna try and land the autumn on it.
All due respect,
Jen?
this war has enough
Hello?
dead here.
Are you okay? What happened there? It made it sound like you were just screaming randomly. What just happened?
I closed the door and it reopened itself.
Did you scream at that?
Maybe.
Oh my god.
I didn't expect it.
It's adorable. Elfie is in my Halo games as audio. So yeah, Jen, do you want to go over what you said to me for the design and everything?
I said to kind of go off Newman, and then you tried to actually make me a full copyrighted version of a Newman.
I'm sorry, I had to improvise after that. Judging by Jen's model, I can conclude that Moody is into Lego and Legolas from Lord of the Rings. Oh, if anyone, Jen's the bigger Lord of the Rings fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, it's the whole thing, like, Dave's kind of into his mechs, and with, like, PSO is, like, always a cast, or always the robot dude. And I'm always kind of the magic support user, so it sort of makes sense.
plus you did turn around at the beginning of the brief and just went, yeah, Elfie is.
I
was
said
like,
you could
okay.
give me something like health, so you were like, yes, let's do this.
Let's go with
And
this.
then you give me cat boots, but you can't see them.
The cat boots are awesome. They're so adorable. Oh, crap. It's been a while since we got a Lord of the Rings game, says audio. Indeed.
Ew.
Hello. I'm trying to figure out whether I've taken us the right way here or not, because the idea was to try and get through this as much as possible in one stream, while also getting you used to actually being on stream and then also getting us used to Xbox and playing co-op again because of everything going wrong tonight. Oh, and then obviously not trying to download an entire campaign or multiplayer while you're trying to stream at the same time. Oh. No, oh, I'm stuck in the corner. Oh, thank God that I didn't have anything else on that was crazy, like, the party skull.
That nearly almost hit you in the back then.
It's fine, it's fine. Remember when you found out that you can melee someone in the butt on Halo 1? And it kills him.
One hit instantly.
Yeah. Small enemies in Halo make the weirdest sounds, something I expect from Borderlands, says Darkstar. Oh, our grunts have always sounded like this.
Where is he? He is. Unless you've killed him. Oh, there he is.
I am literally just trying to leg it through here now as quickly as possible to try and catch up with the time here.
The life pods are launching. We should
I wonder whether we'll find your friendly grunt on Halo 2, Jen.
Well, if we did, you'll kill it instantly again.
No. I didn't kill that one, remember? I was not responsible for that one. I left him alone.
Blast doors closing. We have to use the ship's maintenance access.
Wasn't it Sean that killed the other one as well? Because there was another one in, what was it, Reach or Halo 3?
Reach was Sean. I think it was either you or Phil that killed the other one in Halo 2.
It was Phil, I remember. Because I remember you going, Phil!
Oh yeah, and he also killed the friendly elite that I managed to keep alive and
Go
with
right.
me for ages.
This way. Yeah, keep going all the way down. I'll rent in your channel, says Shoga. Wait, what? Yeah, Phil can't obviously come on to defend himself in here, but yeah, he was pretty brutal to random enemies that just stood around and didn't hurt you. Oh. Young says, Jesus, Jen, identity theft is a serious thing. Millions suffer from it.
Looks like the Covenant wanted
It's not my fault. This is how I was made.
It was funny because everyone was making loads of comments about your hair, you know, in the Discord before. And I'm sat there thinking, but you just had your hair done. You know, it was basically like that. Oh. As Jen said to me before, it's basically just my hair but more vibrant. I was like, oh, okay. This is good. That's kind of what I was going for. Oh. But anyway, at least it's nice to do something like this, primarily because I've wanted to do a collab stream for a while, but every time I try and set it up with somebody, it messes up. So, watch out for the grenades. There's going to be lots of them. Oh.
I'll just let you finish.
Yeah, the whole idea for this stream specifically was to try and do, you know, the Cursed Halo mod. But looking at it now, I'm glad we actually set it up like this so we could at least test it before we do that. No.
That was the idea.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to get around to Cursed Halo and see what happens.
We're gonna make it, aren't we, sir? I don't want to die out.
At least you get to actually figure out how to play the game now while in short bursts with me speedrunning it.
Trying to remember the controls. Gonna have to get the other the controller though. This one's way too loose.
Which one?
The Sea of Thieves one, my favorite one.
Oh, yeah.
One of the analog sticks is way too loose.
On the white one?
No, the Sea of Thieves one, the purple and pretty one.
The Autumn's accelerating.
Yeah, no, I'm confused now. I thought you said you needed to get the Sea of Thieves one because that was good, but apparently you're making it sound as though that one's the one that's bad.
Yeah, I'm using the Sea of Thieves
Oh,
one
okay,
now,
okay.
and the analog stick is way too loose.
Oh, okay.
Loosey-goosey.
That's messed up, that. Maybe we just used it that much?
Rather take a seat.
Maybe I was effects to tinker with it.
Okay, there we go. John says, are you using one webcam to capture the same movement? I'm using one webcam here, and Jen's using hers upstairs, and then we're just sharing this between Discord, I think?
Yeet.
Play with a Nintendo USB steering wheel. Audio says, Cursed Halo is the only way to play. I can't wait for us to try Cursed Halo, primarily because I want to see what happens to us in it. Be fun when we get to Halo 2 as well, you know, like going through all of these with you.
Chief, can you hear me?
You
'Cause
just
that's
wanted an excuse.
I mean, I wanted to do the same with Stu, because Stu was down for it, so... The only thing is, I wouldn't be streaming it with Stu, but I'd still be having fun, so...
I've detected multiple Covenant dropships on a
And it was amusing how you were the one that came to me and went, you know what, I feel good, let's try doing this. Oh, so... It just gives... Yeah, it gives me an excuse to stream it, but... It gives us an excuse to have a good laugh.
I recommend immediate evasion.
Considering, here's one for you, Jen. If you could pick 10 games or less, so it could be anywhere up to 10, that you think really define our relationship together, what would it be?
We definitely have to say Sonic, because
We're both big
how
Sonic
we met
fans.
was on a Sonic forum.
Don't need to go into details. It's fine.
And then we'll say Halo.
Yep.
PSO2. Well, PSO2.
Yeah.
PSO Blue Burst.
So
They
that's
can all go
3.
together. RF Online, because we played
That's 4.
that to death.
We played that for years.
Yeah. I guess you could put Fly If as well, because that was another kind of big MMO we were stuck on for ages.
Okay.
Left 4 Dead. Definitely
Okay.
Left 4 Dead. And Gears, even though you've betrayed me and gone on with Sean. Played everything.
Okay.
Trying to think.
I'm reading a lifeboat beacon over the next hill.
Big defining ones, that's the thing.
Trying to survive.
I kind of want to say Sea of Thieves, but I know you fell out of love with that one.
Yeah, I'll admit, Sea of Thieves was kind of one of those things where it started getting the samey all over again.
I would say Aliens, but
You're
that
going.
kind of...
I think you've either gone past 10 or you're getting close to it now.
I'm getting close to it, I think. I
Yeah.
can leave it at that if you want.
Okay, so do you want to know what I think on my end?
Go on.
So we got Sonic, Halo, Kingdom Hearts, Burnout, specifically Burnout 3, FF7, because I've seen you play it all the way through, and I actually did play it myself, but, you know, we didn't complete it together, but we both love FF7. Definitely PSO. I'd say definitely RF. And I'm trying to think of one more that we could really, really turn around and be like, yeah, this is definitely a thing we both really enjoyed and had a good time on. I would say Jade Empire, but I've watched you ruin your hands on that, so...
I just...
Harvest Moon for the sake of it, because of when you fell asleep on the sofa.
You come in and I'm just out muttering that I'm playing Harvest Moon.
Oh, it's so funny. Audio says no memories of Lost Planet 2. Yeah, unfortunately not for Lost Planet 2.
We were going to play it together, and then it didn't happen.
We still need to play it together, that's the thing.
Oh, Fear... It was Fear 2, wasn't it? Or was it Fear 3 when I did the drunk stream? Well, tried to do the drunk stream and I got way too drunk.
Fear 2 was the one you played drunk and got so drunk you started claiming that I was a pizza. Jen is taking care of Dave equal... taking care of Dave equal to looking after a toddler, says John. That's not nice.
It's more looking after a dog, like a golden retriever.
I'll take that as a compliment. Oh. Looking after a fetus, says Young. Come on.
Younger than me, but that's a bit too much.
Damon says, damn, nice elf avatar, Jen.
Thank you.
I think we may have got the design right if I'm getting that reaction. But I love the way part of the brief, apart from being like, oh yeah, use this inspiration, part of the brief was I just turned around at one point and did a really cheeky thing in the notes section, because I did like a small list of notes that we wanted, and it was like, elf ears, PSO reference, and then deliberately eye-catching was at the bottom. I see Jen, and I think Sword Art Online, says John. Let me guess, Jen thought Alma was a simple lost child that needs help while drunk in fear, says Audio. Jen, do you want to explain that one?
No, she every time she scared me, I had to drink, but I didn't have a shot glass, so I was eyeballing it out of a pint glass. And the more drunk I got, the more I didn't care how much I was drinking.
She definitely
I drank,
eyeballed the
like-
pint glass.
Yeah, so I ended up drinking like two 2-liter bottles of like whiskey. And I got lost because I didn't know what was going on because I was that drunk. Lay on the sofa trying to call Dave, but kind of just going Dave. Eventually he heard me. Came down to wonder what was going on. I threw the controller at him, pointed at the screen, in which I think I was like stuck in a corner of a wall, like I'd just been running up against the wall, said, I can't get out the room, help. And then just started babbling, but I don't know what I properly was babbling, he'd have to tell you.
At one point, she was on about something to do with conventions. She was, if anybody knows the bit in Fear 2 where it looks a little bit like an underground quarry, she was in there, it was like an arena as well, that was linked to it. And she was just outside this arena in this underground quarry. And she's there, turn around and be like, yeah, so anyway, I'm trying to avoid getting scared by Alma. She got scared again, and all I remember was her turning around and saying, oh no, we're not at a convention, I'm not a pizza. I was like, wait, what? So yeah.
It is not a natural formation.
Oh, yeah, I had to take a drink every time I died, and I blew myself up 3 times. I remember that before basically everything became a blur. Because the grenades bounced off the walls and back where I was hiding.
Show them who they're dealing
Oh boy.
I did not do very well with that game.
Dude, if we made a drinking game for every time you could get scared in a game, honestly, I think you'd be 6 feet under by now.
The fact that I think the first time you saw me scream at a game was Zelda.
Yeah, she screamed because she opened the menu in Zelda for her items by accident. She did the same thing on Resident Evil 4. Oh, so funny. Ion says, wow, Dave, I know what you prioritized for a model. I literally, and I was thinking this the other day, I should have saved a screenshot of that brief that we did, you know, where I wrote it down. I was like, yeah, you're right, Jen.
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just making sure you didn't back off.
Oh,
Back
yeah,
up
yeah.
then.
Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on the hog and jump over you. Oop.
Okay.
I wish I'd saved that brief that we did just so I could at least turn around and be like, okay, this is what we were going for? Yeah, this is CE. Damon says, I often get jump scared by games menus too.
Well, I was really tense and I pressed the wrong button because I thought something was going to jump out at me. And so the menu opened up and I wasn't expecting it, but I was expecting a jump scare, so I screamed as if it was the jump scare, in which then I had to stay on the pause menu, well, on the item menu, waiting for Dave to stop being in hysterics.
Dude, the other one that gets me is, oh god, it's just gone out my head now, Jesus. It was another one where you were screaming like mad. I'm trying to remember it now. It wasn't the one. It wasn't Outlast. I was thinking about it. I had Resident Evil 4 in my head, and then it just changed. I'll get it in a moment.
Resi 7?
No, it was a much earlier game. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Stuff that Jen screamed. Oh, that was it. Far Cry 3.
Oh, with the goats. And the...
Explain the goat, because that was so funny.
In Far Cry 3, whenever I heard a goat beep, bleep, something bad would happen. Like, this one that happened was, it bleeped. I got attacked by, I think a panther or jaguar it is in 3. And then a set of pirates and then another animal came, and it's all based, like, ganging up on me very quickly. So I'm panicking. I've not got enough ammo.
Heads up.
And Dave's telling me to jump into the river. The river that you can't see because it's nice and cloudy, and swim. I don't want to because there's crocodiles and stuff in that game. Dave tells me, very reassuring, that I have nothing to worry about. Trust him, he's done this part before. He's been here. Don't worry, nothing's gonna get you. So, swimming along, got grabbed by a crocodile and barrel rolled. I screamed my head off.
So, for my defense in that bit, when I did it, there was no croc there, and I thought, you're fine, there's no croc, you're all good, that's why I suggested it. And then, just your luck, the same thing happened in Alien Isolation. I was like, oh, you're fine here, and then next moment, your AI turns out to be the most vindictive and nasty thing ever.
Little troll. Especially when he basically could see me under the table and didn't move. And he's just there glaring at me, and it's like, yeah, I'm dead as soon as he decides he wants to move. All the time where he just kept on looping around and I couldn't actually get outside the locker.
Your fault for believing in him, says Young. Oh, come on. That's nasty. Audio says, Jen, drinking Callisto Protocol stream when? Oh no, we're not doing that. Not after a track record. Oh. I'm trying to remember some of the other funny times that we've had like that. We've both had at least one period of time where we've broken our hands. You had it on Jade Empire, where you played Jade Empire to death, then got stuck in the Colosseum bit, I can't remember what the heck that was, couldn't beat the elephant dude, and then spent a week trying to beat him, and in the process of trying to beat him during that week, you butchered your hands. I remember that, because I was like, no, you're not doing it anymore. And then I did the same on Burnout 3, when I was trying to grind the high score on that, and you were like, dude, you better just quit now, because my hands were literally, like, falling off.
It'll never beat the thing I did when younger, though, where I actually tore my hands apart, physically.
Oh, was that... Yeah, that was the one that you said about the stick. I don't think you've mentioned that on stream properly, though.
Yeah, so, growing up, I had an Amiga. And I had one, originally it was one of the proper black joysticks, so it's got the little kind of red part on the top with a little knob that's very textured. I was determined to beat my brother and my cousin's high score on James Pond Olympics.
Over here, by the way.
And the only one I couldn't beat them on was one where you're a shark on a unicycle, and you have to rotate the analog stick around. So I kept on doing it, using the ball of my hand, going round and round and round, until finally it started slipping. And then I looked, I had sanded my palm off. I was then banned from video games for quite a while.
It's okay, it's totally fine. It's natural to literally get rid of the couple of top layers of skin to the point where your hand is bleeding, you know? It's totally natural, everybody does that.
My cousin never lets me forget it, especially because I still didn't beat his score.
No! Explain, please. What's this about a record, says Apocalyptic? I don't know what you're on about now. Stealth says relationship goals. Dave's list of on the brief be like boobs, boobs, swimsuit, boobs, boobs, glasses, boobs, ginger. Says brief.
As I say, this is like my hair. It's just a lot more vibrant because you don't really have glow-in-the-dark hair in real life.
The funny part about that was literally I thought, right, I'll get like a load of different hair colours, a load of different textures on Booth were all like pastel and stuff. I thought, okay, pastel will work. And then when I started tweaking the shaders, honestly, it started looking better as it was going a little bit darker. And then we found out we can mess around with the shaders so it actually is a little bit blonde and a little bit of red at the same time, which is pretty cool when we found that out before. We're like, okay, if you turn slightly to the right, it shows the blonde through a little bit more. It's funny, because her hair is more or less like that in real life. And you had elf ears for ages. I just don't know where those are. Because I remember you saying you like wearing those.
My hobbit ears and my elf ears are in the cupboard next to me for Halloween.
Didn't you say you went to see Lord of the Rings with those on at one point?
Oh, I dressed up as a full-on hobbit with someone else.
I was trying to remember about that. I was like, did I get this wrong or what?
No, that's how we decided to meet up, because we were on a forum and we wanted to watch Two Towers together. And meeting up in the city, we're like, well, how are we going to recognise each other? So we're like, we'll dress up.
Don't defend Ludi, says Proof. Wait, what? I don't even, John. I've done that while trying to beat a minigame on Time Splitters 2, says Damon. Oh, sanding your hand off. Oof. That drinking thing, Audio suggested, and you said no. Oh yeah, we're not doing a stream with Jen drinking again. I'm thinking more about it from a personal standpoint, which, you know, we're not going to mention. It's too sad, but...
It's also, I can also put it the other way of, Drug Jen has to also tell Dave how to look after a drunk person, so that it becomes a really awkward situation.
The funniest part was last time we did that, where I was like half talking to non-drunk Jen, and the other half was completely drunk Jen going, Dave, glass of water. I'm like, wait, what? Why is the
It's fine.
Why is
Don't worry.
Why is lead artist Marcus Leto under the car now? Literally, why did he spawn on top of the hog there?
It's because I told him to move off the gun, and he didn't want to move off the gun. So he moved onto your lap, and then looked like the sniper shot him.
I love the way Bungie solved all the problems with the Marines on this by making all the staff members into Marines. So you can just recognize them all. Oh. Jen playing Outlast, but the scariest thing was Dave snoring. I mean, we've mentioned that plenty of times on stream.
That was Outlast 2. I actually still need to finish that. Outlast 1, the scariest thing was him throwing Tic Tacs onto the floor.
I'm sorry for laughing at that one, but god damn, that was pretty hilarious. I really shouldn't laugh at that.
It's fine.
Oh.
It was funny. I can't deny it. I felt sorry for Stu because me jumping that much caused him to jump out of his skin.
Stealth says, but doesn't drunk Jen equal easier woohoo time? No.
Drunk Jen is very stubborn Jen as well.
That and I'm too polite.
We should search the interior of those structures.
It's mad that the idiots made Destiny 2 made Halo. I know that's mean, but honestly, I'm done with it, says Damon. Oh. Let's see, audio says, is that Marine a Spartan? How the heck did he carry a sniper like that in a car? Oh, come on now. Young says, I'm not surprised because Moody lights up happy when stomping on necro corpses. Oh yeah, from Dead Space. Yeah, that's Moody's thing.
Oh shoot!
It's okay, it's fine. It's fine. I just need to remember in future that I might get TK'd because you have an itchy trigger finger. Oh.
I just shot a load of things and you were around the corner.
Do you not look at the radar?
No.
Drunk Jen is, I'm the captain now, Jen, says John. I think in our relationship, Jen's the more exciting one because of her drinking and getting drunk. I'm just the boring one because I don't think that it's actually fun drinking myself stupid. So I hardly get drunk. I'll have a drink. It's just the whole thing of it's like I won't drink that ridiculous, so...
He did get drunk once, and then somehow passed it on to me, which was kind of funny, because we went out with a group of friends to celebrate a birthday, and everyone wanted to drink sake. So we ordered a big bottle, in which then they decided, nah, we're not drinking. So I was like, okay, well, guess I'm drinking it then. Dave, being polite, was like, we'll split it. We got through the bottle, sharing it together, and he was very red-faced, a bit slurry, not doing too good. I was fine. We ate the food. As soon as we stepped out to the fresh air, it hit me and sobered him up.
It was amazing.
Roger that. Marines!
Jen didn't want to share the bottle, I bet, says Young. She's not that bad.
I don't like wasting stuff, so...
So she just drinks the entire thing?
On the Covenant Battlenet. I found Captain Keyes.
Well, it'd be not a waste of money.
The truth and reconciliation.
How romantic, says Guns. Oh, here's an interesting one. So Dave is nice and friendly and kind, and Moody is the sadistic, evil, and murderous one, says Apocalyptic. It's kind of weird, because, like, I keep trying to figure that out myself, and I keep sort of figuring out different things about Moody, so... I think the easiest way to describe that at the moment would be, yeah, he's the edgelord one. Jen can vouch for that. What were we saying the other day about the relationship, Jen, when we started it?
Oh, yeah, when I got with Dave, he was kind of the emo, edgy, Shadow the Hedgehog kind of kid. And now he's turned into Sonic the Hedgehog Golden Retriever Edition.
Corgi! Just don't mention my dark and brooding past. Only the Chaos Emeralds. But yeah, that was pretty amusing. You born between May and June, Dave? No, John. Moody is Seto Kaiba without the money. So Dave is Jen's lovely waifu and Moody is the naughty BDSM gimp, says Proof. Oh. Fun times.
Once we get inside the ship, I should be able to lock
Yeah, no, going back to what you and me were saying though, Jen, before I chime in and everybody else takes it the wrong way,
stick to the higher ground to the right.
I do have a laugh thinking back to that and being like, yeah, complete edgelord, and then just now basically I can't go back to that. I'm actually surprised.
Get ready to move in to support us, Sergeant. The Master Chief is going to covertly take
Oh.
out as many of the Covenant as he can. Don't open fire until you hear the enemy return fire on us. That should
I think that's probably why I like ripping on that trope so much. You know, as a self-tease.
Yeah.
It's like, goddamn edgelords.
For that stationary gun, take him out.
Oh. Hey, Exram! Oh, that moment where it says there's a grunt going for a gun. I miss it with the first shot, and then the second shot hits it and kills it, but there's no gun there. Oh. Okay, we're good at the moment. Hey, Jen, you gonna try getting the tank through the sewer again?
I think they fixed it. I will try.
I know you will.
Keep pressing that button with Apex.
Just remember, you're not playing Apex now, despite nobody being able to see the badges that are on your shoulders that are references to Apex. That was the other thing we did really late today. I was like, I'll put some more references in here. And I just realized quite a lot of your stuff can't be seen. I might actually have to do a separate video for that. You know, for a laugh.
Yeah.
Because there's so many different references. Because part of the brief ended up being, let's just see how much references we can put into different video games, kind of like my avatar. And we put in so many.
Just to stop you making me into a copyrighted character.
I'm sorry. You know what I'm like when I start focusing on copying something? David Moody's one skill, the ability to copy something down to literally like the minute details pretty accurately without the source material. That's the one skill I'm allowed to have. Did I get that turret? No, it was close. Dave, after you said fun time after the GIMP comment, do you just confirm that to be true? No. His word's gonna be a meme or something, even if I deny that. If you were a Gemini, it would kind of make sense, but not important, says John. Huh. Proof says being a copyrighted character is just the beginning.
Oh, I just thought the game thing would have worked, because wasn't the joke at one point that I was Darkness from Konosuba?
Yes, in Discord. Oh, I should have done that. I should have tried fitting in a freaking Darkness reference. I might have to do... Oh, I know what I can do for that, actually. You know, because of everybody turning around and be like, oh my. I should deliberately do the full model video and then just give you the extra stuff over the top to potentially censor slight bits, but also to give that reference. You know, because that'd work. Oh.
lift to move troops and supplies between the ship and the surface.
Here's where everybody turns around and goes, Dave, don't go censoring anything in chat.
To enter the ship.
If only they could see the rest of the character model. Just make the hey-go face that Darkness gets when she thinks about certain stuff as proof.
If I did turn off the eyes and have auto blink, I could probably have done it.
So get this right. I set up the settings before, and I set it so that auto blink was on. Because if you guys have seen my older streams, you'll see that sometimes my character just starts freaking out with his eyes and everything. Mainly, they start closing and opening independently of each other. And I figured out, if you have auto blink on, it just solves that problem. So I've had auto blink on ever since. Jen decided to have a mess around with the program and learn it. And I'm like, okay, this is pretty cool, you know, Jen gets to stream with me. She said she wanted to, so it's not as if I'm turning around and be like, Jen, you have to do this, it'll be content. Instead, it was more a case of, okay, I'll lean into the idea, this is pretty cool. And Jen sees the option for emotion and eyes being tied to whatever you're doing on camera via face tracking, and clicks it. And then when we're trying to do the practice stream, or rather the little practice at the beginning to find out whether there's anything wrong with it, Jen was literally like looking like she was high every 2 seconds. It was hilarious. She had like no normal facial expression other than stoned out of her face. Oh. John, she doesn't have that.
Have what?
John said, try crossing your arms, I want to see you do a flip, but that only happens if you have the thing that I have, you know, the leap motion for arm tracking. Oh. But then again, that can be kind of here nor there with how it tracks stuff. Proof says, you forced her into a swimsuit. Hey, it looks good. Jen, do I hear any complaints from you? Because I can always change it.
It's fine.
There you go.
At least I have a jacket.
I could always do the first thing, which is give you a hoodie. Because, I mean, the hoodie texture's right there. Because that's the first thing I downloaded was the hoodie that had the zipper on it. I was like, okay, I'll do that. But then literally it just looked like a person wearing a hoodie and nothing else. I was like, that looks pretty boring. Maybe I can just go into Photoshop and edit some stuff.
So you downloaded a hoodie, and when you put it on, it looked like someone wearing a hoodie. Well, I think it did its job.
Yeah, but I mean, it looks pretty boring overall. Plus, that's like the 3rd or 4th character I've done with just a hoodie on. Oh.
Contact! Lots of contact! No covenant.
Flip the hoodie. Jen's model is Dave's way of upping the view count, says John. That was part of what was on the brief, you know. I wish I'd saved that. Because I remember you reading that bit, Jen, because I turned around and wrote something along the lines of ridiculously looking for views.
The thing is, I'm kind of going off what I make for like MMO and stuff characters. This isn't too off.
Oh. Besides which, Jen had like complete control over saying yes or no to it at the end of the day. Oh. Hey Marcus, nice to see you. Exram says, what are the X's on Jen's model referencing? Oh, on the face. So that's part of the PSO reference stuff? Jen, do you want to explain that?
Oh, it's the forces, the Numen, Numero. Have little face paints on them, and one of them is the little crosses. The others are like kiss type things that don't look really good.
Oh,
so they
crap!
put the little
Jen!
crosses on. It's fine. I took all of them for you.
Yeah, but I wasn't going on about that. You ran in front of me when I was throwing a sticky grenade and it hit the back of your head.
Yeah, there was another one going at the front, that's why I hit that one. And then I heard you hit me as well, so...
I didn't mean to do that. That sounds, out of context, that sounds pretty crazy. Especially given the stream context at the moment. April Fool's idea, flipping the character model so you're just standing and the feet can be seen. So that would be just trainers on my end and the long pants. And then for Jen, yours is the leggings and the cat shoes.
My little kitty boots.
They're so cute. I saw those and there was no way I was letting them go unused. On Dave's list, part 2, make Jen loot her out. More onlookers on those knockers, says Proof. It could have been worse. It could have been the mistake that I told Jen about before. And it was a genuine mistake. And now I say that, everybody's going to be like, yeah, that was the reaction that I would get. So, the other day, when I was doing the proportions, I was trying to get the proportions more accurate, but the thing is, because it's an anime, style program, they really don't allow you to tweak that much with the proportions other than, like, height and a couple of other things. One of them being, the bust size and the hip size. Nothing else, no other, like, really in-depth sliders that would make it more accurate. So it was like, okay, I've got to work with what I got. I'm like, okay, I'll make certain aspects of it a little bit more accurate. I think you can get what I'm going with that one. So I'm trying to edit the sliders for the chest. And no joke, there was one point where I'm messing around with the slider. And it happened this morning again as well. The freaking thing started lagging. Next moment, the slider has gone all the way to its extreme maximum, and Jen literally, like, had 2 Hindenburg-style balloons popping out of her chest. I was like, what the hell? And it's like, when you have those really crazy, like, ones, like in Skyrim or whatever, where people just do it to the maximum just for the sake of it. It's no joke. It was so stupid. It's like, there's the meme that I normally mention about, oh, make sure you get a woman that's her boobs are roughly about the size of her head, so, you don't have any problems. There's that meme that I've made up over time. And then there's having a pair of breasts that's literally bigger than the warthog in this game. I was like, oh, come on. Jen basically looked like all the sliders to maximum, like a Time Manning character. No, she looked like what a Time Manning character would look like in one of the game over sequences. No. So yeah, it was pretty crazy. Did Jen get double teamed by Dave and a movie, says Apocalyptic. What?
A movie?
I don't even.
One of the enemies, yes. I think it was an elite.
He could have made her a furry, says Young. Oh, a Covey, says Apocalyptic. Yeah, the Covenant got her first, I think? Then me? Your explanation makes it sound worse than it should, says Proof. I have that problem. It's a holdover from trying to explain stuff and going a little bit too in detail with things, and also not using the right wording. Moody has the same problem, though. We both have the same problem. Oh, it's just that his stuff tends to cause more problems. Where's the hunters? But yeah, no joke. If you wanna compare to like Time Manning or something, Jen definitely looked like one of the game over sequences for a little bit, and it was freaky. And then I panicked and was like, oh no, this isn't what I wanted. So what you're saying is Moody is the problem fetus? I wouldn't say he was a problem. More like he's a little bit confused. Or was. I've kind of reined him in since. I'm sure you got freaky with that one, says Proof. More along the lines of freaking out and making sure Jen didn't see how ridiculous it was, and then being like, okay, I can fix this, Jen, I think you were playing Apex at the time. Oh.
Yeah, because I know I kept on looking over and you were doing stuff, but I had to focus more on.
I remember because at one point you turned around. It was something like you turned around and went, "What are you doing there?" I was like, "I'm just fixing this." Damon says, "Hey, Dave/Jen, can't decide on what I should work on next for my next mass builder project. Ironhide or Ratchet?" Jen, don't you like Ratchet?
Yeah, I like Ratchet.
Although I think if I remember rightly, you also said you like Ironhide at one point.
No, I think I like Ratchet more.
Okay, maybe that then. This is not what I wanted. It's better, says X-Ram. No, seriously, like, what I might have to do. Jen, look for any moody secret folders. Don't have them. But then again, I could say that and everybody would be like, mm-hmm.
No, I need to be careful of maybe looking for my secret folders.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, because, yeah, if anyone has secret folders like that, it's Jen. You know. It's like, the funny thing is, I've openly admitted before to, like, on stream when we're doing the Time Annin stuff, to actually knowing and watching Time Annin, and knowing a lot about that, which Jen hasn't seen anything of that, I believe, outside of the game.
No, but, of course I would have seen anything of Time Annin. Why do you think that?
I may ask you later on off stream, but Jen has seen and probably has a lot worse than I could ever. You know, which is amusing and kind of tells you a lot about our relationship. Young says, I call BS. For anyone that's still teasing me about the whole thing of it's not what I wanted, it's better, you know, like X-Ram before having a good laugh and a joke about it, I'm half tempted to actually take a screenshot of what the accident was, you know, in the editor.
Accident.
Turn around and be like, right, so this is what the slider was at. Jen, watch out, grenade on your right. That I actually threw to try and take out everything else. I thought, you know what?
I jumped over it.
I was like, she'll react to that. Do it, says everybody. Okay, so looks like that's a thing then, so... The folder named Jen's Final Form. Does Jen's model defy gravity? No, it doesn't. Dave, stop trying to TK, says Apocalyptic. I'm not trying to.
He just can't control himself. I'm sorry.
It's fine, it's fine. Oh.
Oh shoot, he's got a sword, hasn't he?
Yes, he does, and he's jumping directly at you. And
Okay,
Johnson. Ever seen Symphogear Abridged, says Apocalyptic. Yes, I have. It's pretty amusing. I actually want to see the rest of it if the actual creator does more of it. I still laugh how you have Carol's theme on your playlist, Jen. And I don't mean that in a bad way, I actually think it's really cool.
I love it. Well, the second one where she returned.
Oh god, yes.
I like the genocide one as well. I can't remember the proper names.
It's fine, it's fine. I was more laughing at the whole thing of the way you just sort of almost sort of droned out a little bit there, as if you were trying to keep it under wraps. It's like, I don't like the genocide one as well. It's okay, just don't tell anybody that Jen enjoys genocide. Just make sure that we've got a context for that. It's a song. Oh, I think it's this way, and then left again? Jenny side, spelt Jenni side. Oh, it's not this way, it's the one down here. Says Young.
The captain must be in one of them. We need to keep looking for him.
Ah! Grenade. Oh, there's an elite in there with a sword, which means it's the right room. Make a channel in Discord and call it Mishaps and put the photo in there. No, what I'll do is I'll literally just put in, like, images or something. Or in the animation section would probably actually be alright, even though it's mainly for the Undertale stuff at the moment. It's just I've already put Ion stuff in there before, so... There we go, so we got keys in here now. Haven't watched since AXZ, says Mr. J Hound. Need to get back into the Symphogear grind. It's so good. Season 3 and 5 are by far the best. Totally not biased for any particular reasons.
Marines, lock and load your
Put it in Bionicle, says Young. Okay, now we gotta escort Keys out here. And then we're on Silent Cartographer? Oh, forgot about these guys being here. And grenade. And move. And Keys should be behind me by about 20 feet. Grenade. God, I love running this game. How are you doing after not playing it for so many years, Jen?
I'm still trying to get used to it because I'm trying to play Apex still. And at the same time, I do have to go and play Apex in a bit, remember, because I promised.
Yep. We've been streaming for 50 minutes, so yeah, we can probably get the Silent Cartographer done, and then we're good. John in the comments before said he doesn't like Apex.
That's fine. A lot of people don't like it. I just enjoy it because it's something I could play with a friend.
And she's really good at it. Even though she's humble about it.
I have really bad times sometimes, though.
And then
Although
other
there's
times she can literally just pick up a sniper rifle and kill everybody. Sorry for cutting you off there, but it is true.
Just because of that last game I had on ranked when I was when we were a teammate down for the full game and I kind of just wiped everyone out.
Dude, you did the same on Halo 3, remember? When you couldn't get a weapon, so you just picked up the sniper rifle and then just sniped, like, the entire team?
No. I went for the shotgun. Someone got it before me on the enemy team and killed me with it. I was upset because I really wanted the shotgun, so I stole your sniper rifle, killed their team, and went and got the shotgun.
Oh, so good. John says he only hates Apex because of what it did to Titanfall. That's fine.
They are working on a new Titanfall, so there's that to look forward to. It'd just be nice if they got round and fixed the servers for the Titanfall.
I'm trying to
Well,
keep
they
up.
fixed them.
Sorry, I'm just trying to keep up with chat here. Damon says, have you watched the Halo TV series? Yeah, I didn't actually think it was that bad, to be honest. But that's just me. I kind of turned my brain off. And also, it wasn't Moody watching it. If it was Moody watching it, he wouldn't have bothered to even give it a chance, but I wanted to give it a chance. And just quickly, I'll stop here for a moment. Mr. J Hound says, Season 2's plot was completely nonsensical for Symphogear, but I kept watching because of the fun action and Nana's voice. Season 2 was okay. It all does fit together. Guns and Blades says, the reason, I don't know why, but my brain thinks that the reason why Jen has a swimsuit isn't just for views, but for the holes in the back to let her spread her secret crystallized wings. Okay.
So I could get more mana, so when we do a 1v1 up here, so I can just hit him with lightning straight away.
No! You know the funniest part about that was, when I was looking around booth for all the add-ons so I could put on your character, there was one that was literally Seraph wings. And I looked at it and was like, maybe? And then, because I didn't ask you, I just looked at it and thought, nah, maybe I'll pass on that one, but... Guns sounded like Chris Chan. I'm sorry, Guns, says Youngs.
Well, they probably would have ended up taking up more room.
Let's see. Damon says, I thought the Halo series was pretty cool with the fights. I don't like that they didn't trust the audience and that the Master Chief was kind of trash. Okay, so if I'm being fully honest with it, it's like, obviously the action scenes were pretty good in it. I didn't particularly like the way the story went, but I do understand they really dumbed it down to try and appeal to a broader audience, which may or may not know about Halo. But it's definitely not the Halo that people grew up on, and as a result, you know, it has to be classed as its own thing, which is why I can turn around and say, you know, it was okay. It wasn't the worst thing I've seen, but I can understand why people get really upset about it because they can't sort of separate it from the, you know, these games that I'm playing now, or that they played when they were younger. It's why I let a lot of stuff with that show slide, primarily because it was like, yeah, I have to disconnect it, otherwise Moody's gonna be pretty upset. You know. The human girl controlling the flood. No, that wasn't the flood. That was the hunter worms. 343 have specifically liked the idea since Halo Nightfall, which came out before Halo 5, of showing hunters as the actual Legalo worms rather than an actual fully formed hunter, which is made up of those worms. So they just use them as worm creatures now, which is what she did in there. She carried them in and then let them out, and they'd kill everybody on the ship. But yeah, it was rough, you know. I did like the way they were going with the Spartans and everything in it. I honestly would have preferred them if they'd have had more, like, of the Chief and the Spartans on screen than most of the other stuff. But they did a lot of world building to set up a second season. I'm probably going to watch that, again, with Dragox and Ion. We watched it with a couple of other people as well, and it was pretty amusing. I think Proof watched it with us. Yeah, I definitely didn't agree with Chief taking his helmet off so early. I think they could have done, like, you know, the remake of Judge Dredd. They could have stuck more closely to the material like that, where they had Carl Urban play Dredd in 2010, I believe. That is a really good adaptation of it. But, again, it's that whole thing of, you've got the whole deal with Sylvester Stallone playing Dredd and having the helmet off all the time. And then Carl Urban's version, which is way more accurate and better, but because of when Stallone's Dredd came out, it has that weird sort of 1995 sort of fantasy sci-fi feel to it, so it kind of makes it its own thing, which is kind of okay to watch. I don't know, maybe people in here don't like that one, but I actually do like both of those films, you know, separate from each other, while still being basically the Dredd franchise. So yeah. Marcus says, a lot of people who knew a lot of the Halo lore thought it was really bad since it completely avoided it. Yeah, it did. Like, I admitted a lot, like, before those streams, basically saying, like, no joke. And I'm sure if Jen wants to, she can back me up here, or at least confirm things. But when we first met, yeah, we've described it as, like, we met over Sonic games and stuff. But a lot of the early relationship stuff was us playing Halo non-stop, more or less, and watching Red vs. Blue when it was in its second or third season. And when it got to about 2009, no joke, I was, like, really invested in the lore. I knew a lot of stuff about Halo. I had people coming to me and being like, dude, can you just describe what's going on here, or why this is like it is, or what happened during this point in the storyline? And I'm there explaining all these deep lore details that I know about and everything. And then since, it's sad to say this, since 343 took over from about Halo 4, I just didn't have any interest in the lore anymore because I didn't like what they were doing with it. So I've not kept any sort of memory of all of that stuff, so it's kind of just faded out of existence and been replaced by Gundam. No. So, yeah, my love of Halo, playing it is still there, but the amount of lore knowledge that I used to know, that's just gone out the window now. It's no longer there. Which is pretty sad, you know. It had some really cool production value, says Damon. Didn't like taking the Chief's helmet off every few minutes. Yeah, some of it was really stupid, like 10 seconds between taking his helmet off again. John says, if they made the Chief like the Mandalorian, it would have been fine. Yeah, I agree. Because they only really took the helmet off for certain one-off bits with the Mandalorian. Oh. Master Chief Porkin Spy Girl was where I gave up and went home, says Mr. J Hound. Yeah, that was a little bit too far on their end. I love this because I'm describing this and Jen's not seen it. I did mention a lot of it beforehand though. Like every episode I'm like, so anyway, this happened. Yeah.
You did show me the cool fight scene though.
I can't remember, was it the one with the Warthog again? What happened to that elite there?
I don't know. The one with the warthog and the grunt that gets slapped.
Yes, I remember that because you were like, oh, he got slapped. Poor grunt. I'm bouncing. See you later, says Apocalyptic. Thanks, Apocalyptic. Let's talk about something else we like. Just finishing up here. Damon says, I would like to say that the original Judge Dredd movie nailed the world and characters, but they ruined it by casting Stallone. Yeah, I think it would have worked without Stallone. But yeah, it was still alright. I still enjoy the older Dredd film, just like I said, because it's separate. It's got that like weird sort of fantastical sci-fi element to it. It's hard to describe it. It's a 95 film through and throughout, you know. It shows its age and when it was made. Because it uses a lot of the same sort of techniques and stuff. It's crazy. Master Chief, could Naruto walk on trees, says Mr. J Hound. It's because the collision model. That reminds me, when we used to play this on multiplayer, like, because we used to play this a lot and do competitive multiplayer, Jen used to be really good at getting the enemy team's attention with the hog and then running them over. Yeah, do you want to get in the hog?
Well, the fact is, running around outside their base, screaming, I'm a distraction down the mic, and them actually coming out to shoot me is their fault.
I just thought that was so hilarious at how good you ended up getting at dodging incoming projectiles like the fuel rod as well.
That's why I'm kind of good at capture the flag. I don't bother shooting, I just capture the flag.
You play the objective.
Same with most games though, a lot of people start forgetting about the objective and just end up trying to either defend or kill. And it's like, but the objective is just there. No one's paying attention to it. Let's just go and get it.
Trying to think of all the funny stuff that we've done in the past that we can talk about that isn't sort of revealing or embarrassing. To a certain extent. Oh, crap! Get out the hog.
No.
We've had AVP, where Kirby had to run for his life on that from me when he killed you. That was funny on the demo.
You know what wasn't funny on the demo?
Go
It's
on.
me deciding to play as the only Marine, and everyone else is aliens versus predators. Aliens and predators. And it was Sean knocked me down, and he went to finish me. And then you came to save me. And then you went to finish me. And then someone else killed you, went to finish me. I couldn't do anything because I kept getting dropped and then picked up by the next person that came along.
Yeah, the kill
for 10
train.
minutes. Yes.
Oh.
And everyone knew where the other people were because they were all trying to kill me.
I love the way that sounds terrible when you turn around and say, yeah, so anyway, when we had this point in the relationship, everybody formed a train. That sounds so terrible. Oh.
I was trapped in limbo.
You can talk about the worst meals each of you have had. Honestly, I don't know about that one.
I once made enchiladas far too spicy for him because he's not really into spicy food.
Oh, yeah.
He was so nice and ate it, but he really was not enjoying it.
Didn't it take me a long time to eat it because of how spicy it was?
Yeah, you were sweating and had to keep stopping, like, after every bite, nearly.
It's okay, it's fine. I can take it. Honest. I'm trying to remember what's the worst thing I've had. I honestly don't know. Or rather, I can't remember. Trying to find this door here that leads downstairs, because I know there's one real close, but... Moody liking spicy food. Pathetic, says Young. I don't mind stuff, but it's like a lot of stuff, if it's a little bit like alcohol. Like, I don't mind alcohol, but I'm not going to drink a massive amount of it, because I think the taste just isn't there for me. You know, it's like, and that's saying something from me, because I drink whiskey all the time. You know, it's the same with, like, spicy food. I don't mind spicy food, but having the really, like, spicy stuff just kind of ruins it for me. Oh. There we go.
Analyzing.
I feed you a sriracha bottle, Hull, says Young. Could it have been that bad that you forgot, says Marcus? No. Mr. J. Hound says, I'm not a spicy food guy either. I don't want to eat food that hurts me. That's pretty much the same with me. Oh. Are you alright though, Jen? Or are you still trying to find your way around the cartographer?
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, shoot, that's you.
It's okay, it's fine. I can get shot in the face too.
I was shooting an elite, and then suddenly I just saw an invisible thing running at me. The arrow wasn't there straight away, and I was like, oh no, it's another one. There you
Here
are,
we
I
go.
can see you now.
Yeah, we gotta get out of here and make our way to the evac. Oh. Done this game so many times. Like, Jen, do you remember how many times we've completed the Halo games? Roughly.
No. Honestly, no.
We lost count.
Because we did it on the different difficulties, because we decided to... It was normal, then we went on to hard, then we started doing all the different skulls, and we kept mixing it up with the different skulls. Then we were doing lassos.
We did all of the campaigns.
Then we did it with Sean and everyone.
Yeah, we did all of the campaigns ourselves. Then we did them with Sean and Stu, and Omega, and Party, and Soul, and I think SVM. So we've completed the entire campaign for at least Halo 3 and ODST a handful of times, maybe about 7 or 8. It is crazy. Then I speedran the entire Master Chief Collection with Sean so he could get all the achievements and everything. Why am I going this way? I've got a rocket launcher. Have you beaten everything on SD Battle Alliance? Not yet. Speaking of that, Jen actually got it as well. Oh,
Exactly.
Jen got it so she could play with me on co-op. So we have Moody, we have Dave, and now we have a third persona named Wheaty Dave. Wait, what? Says proof. I don't even...
Cortana to Echo 419.
I still haven't played Halo 1 through 3 yet, says Young. They are really good. But that might just be me saying that because of biased nostalgia, but... As for the stuff that I saw before in the chat about the Halo series not being in a good place right now, yeah, it's really not. For anyone who hasn't seen the news, Infinite's practically dead, and it's all because they extended the second season 10 months because they killed co-op, even though you can still actually... You can glitch into co-op 4-player, so the test version that they ran out for co-op, you can get in it. I've seen a video of it online, but yeah, they officially cancelled co-op. Ran this second season that has basically nothing in it, another 10 months, and they've turned around and said, look, we plan on fixing this and getting it the way that we would like it to be by the end of 2023. It's not happening. I don't mean to be negative, but for a game like that to be going up against stuff like Apex and Call of Duty for that long without significant content, I'm surprised there'll be anyone playing it at the end of the day. What do you think, Jen? Because of you being a big Apex player?
It's like with anything, like each season, like it's like they're always adding something new, always changing something. And from what I've heard for Halo, it's like every time there's like a new season, it's just cosmetics. It's like, nah, cosmetics should be like special events inside the seasons. And I'm just upset because I was looking forward to the co-op because it was like, oh, maybe I'll be able to play it with you, and that was why I was holding off playing it. And then it's like, nah, you can't play it. It's like, oh, well, I'm not gonna play it then.
Wasn't co-op one of the selling points? Yeah, the selling points of the original Halo games were that you could play couch co-op with friends, and I actually saw somebody make this point the other day, saying basically Halo was formed, or rather was made, with couch co-op in mind, because that's all the devs enjoyed was couch co-op and the multiplayer couch sort of experience. So everybody was playing at a social sort of level, not competitive sweaty, you know, just fun social gameplay really. And the skill for playing Halo and getting better came from knowing everything about the gameplay more or less and having a lot of hours put into it. But since 343 have been in charge, it seemed to be nothing but competitive. It needs to be sweaty as hell. It needs to be like MLG levels of competitive. And we can't have any social sort of stuff in it now. That's seemingly what they've done to it. You know, because I remember saying that about Halo 5, because in the dev stuff for Halo 5, the behind the scenes, they kept saying, you know, oh, we've got competitive people in to design the levels and balance the loadouts and everything. And I'm sat there going, wait, what? You know, and then the same thing seems to have happened with this. They're like, oh, we're making sure that this is competitive and that it's the best that the competitive players say. And it's like, but you're missing the whole point. The thing that made Halo was the social aspect of it, by people not being always at the top of their game and that variety of people being different in terms of skill level that made people have a good laugh, you know. The best way to describe it is, if you've ever had a bunch of friends come round your house or whatever, and you've had like pizza and a few drinks, and you've played games together and had a good laugh, or maybe you've done that at somebody else's house, you know. If you've ever done that and experienced it, that's what Halo's initial multiplayer was meant to be like. You know, that's the experience the devs were aiming for, and instead it became the most sweatiest competitive thing ever, where it deliberately has to, after 3 games, it turns around and goes, yeah, you may have been on a winning streak, but we want to stop that now, so we're going to actually make this so it pairs you up with losers. Because that was one thing that they mentioned a while back about Halo Infinite's matchmaking. After 3 match-made games of you winning, it deliberately throws you into one that makes you lose dramatically badly, so that it'll throw you off and make you basically lose your edge. You know, and then it'll do the same thing over and over again, so everybody started coming off after that 3rd game, because they don't want a losing match, you know, at the very end of it. They just want to keep playing and having fun. The funniest thing about it is, as well, I remember telling you, Jen, ages ago, saying, you know, like, what would you have done? And you had the best idea, which was, yeah, just do what Apex has done, and then just add a Halo twist to it, because Halo, like, would be better with Apex's model of, you know, microtransactions and stuff. It would work so much better than what they've got at the moment.
The thing is, though, knowing them, they'd probably take that model and ruin it. But then again, Apex does have the problem at the moment of listening to the competitive players, in which they have the whole thing of taking away the fun, and it's like, no, leave the fun.
Hey, get in the tank. I'll follow you up, because then at least you can have a laugh in the tank. Considering it's your baby. Because it's not got a secondary gun, I'll just chill out here.
Are you sure?
I think I can get on the side. Ah, there we go. Oh. And then get TK'd by you with the main gun? Did you do that deliberately, or what? Did you do that deliberately? I'll take that as a yeah.
Maybe.
That moment where I'm like, here, have the best vehicle in the entire game, and then get TK'd.
Just TK'd a Marine by accident.
Dude, I'm getting in the Ghost, and I'm going behind you. You know that whole thing about women drivers? Normally I don't use that as a joke, but I'm kind of freaking out right now.
My controller, is that because of that stick? Hold on.
After this level, we'll call it as well, because if you're going on Apex. So Halo became Call of Duty? Yeah. You could 4-player co-op on one console, Marcus. That's what he means, says Proof. Yeah, the couch co-op was 4 players on one console, or 2 players on one console for the earlier games like Halo 1 and Halo 2. Because really, you only had 4-player co-op at Halo 3 onwards. But yeah, couch co-op, and that includes also hooking up multiple Xboxes via LAN cable, which I've done in the past to get 8-player on old Halo games. That stuff was really fun. Now, I know everything's online nowadays, you know, so you don't really need that. But taking out the local co-op stuff is really nasty, because me and Jen, like, a lot of our early relationship, again, like we were saying before, was built on playing lots of games like this. You know, so if it had been a case of, oh, Jen, we can only play Halo when we have 2 Xboxes together, I don't think we would have had as much fun, you know. Nearly as much fun.
think there was one game we were really looking forward to, and then they
Hang on.
got rid of the couch co-op thing.
Which one was that?
I'm trying to remember what it was. Part of me was like, oh, it's Left 4 Dead. It was like, no, Left 4 Dead still had it. Was it Gears 3 that got rid of it?
No,
Gears...
Gears 3 had the co-op because I remember we played it.
I'm trying to remember there was something we were really looking forward to because it was forcing us to buy a new Xbox. I can't remember what it is.
Halo 5. It was Halo 5. I remember it because we said we wanted to play it because we played every other Halo up until that point on co-op. And then Halo 5 came out and it turned around and said, oh yeah, we're doing that whole thing where you have to buy another Xbox. And we turned around and went, wait, what? You know, especially because Xbox Ones weren't cheap because that was more or less like, I think the second year of having an Xbox One. Damon says, wait, see ya? Wait, what? Who's going? Women drivers, am I right? Says Damon. And then I said it. Jenny, you trying to drive off the bridge there with that? Oh. Let's have a laugh here. Jen was like, Dave, don't sit on your booty. No, don't sit your booty on my baby. Then TK's him. Says audio. I'm turning now. Good luck, everybody, says Young.
Can you open the door for me?
Yeah, just a moment. Proof says it could be worse. She could be an Asian female driver. Oof. Oof. Stereotyping. Right, let's see what chat says real quick. I'm just kind of trying to catch up. Jen slaps the Dave. John says most of the developers are listening more to MLG players than actual players who keep the game afloat. Yep, that's true. Reminds me of the last time we talked about Halo when you streamed your first Infinite story and the multiplayer failed. And they added the story of redeemed Halo, now co-op cancelled and Halo failed again. Yeah, the thing is, I could get really passionate about Halo just because, like I said before, it is worth. She's a northern female driver, I'm sorry, says Damon. So anyway, yeah, no, I could talk about how passionate I am with Halo for ages, but I just realized Jen is... Oh, no, you're moving. Your character's got a mouth open yet again.
Sorry, my mouth is actually open, so don't worry, it's not a beast. I don't know why my mouth just likes being opened.
Oh my! That's on record.
God, there's no other way to explain it, I'm sorry.
Oh... Just be glad I'm not animating this in Blender or something. Like, what Jen is actually like playing games that just deliberately do like an observational reference, you know, from all those times where I've been tormenting you about some of the stuff that you do. Jen knows what...
I'm not wiggling as much.
Jen knows what she's doing, says Young. Mr. J. Hound says, I definitely feel that. At the beginning of my relationship with my girlfriend had a lot of Borderlands co-op. We were right next to each other. Couch co-op games are the best. And are important for hanging out. We did Borderlands together with... on the same console, wasn't it, Jen?
No, we didn't.
Oh no, that was when we moved out.
Yeah, we moved out. We had to play that separately because I remembered because on the final boss I ended up dying just as he died, so I didn't get to see the ending. I got the nice credits listening to you guys freaking out.
Yeah, that was annoying. That we went through the entire game thinking there'd be some sort of hook at the end. Jen skips the cutscene and goes for some reason and goes, "Wait, what?" And then next minute, we're like, "What's up, Jen?" She goes, "Yeah, I'm after the credits. I don't know what happened. What's up?" And all she can hear is us going, "Wait a minute. We might be able to see if there's any sort of hook or any catch to the ending." The catch to the ending is it has no ending. We're sat there like, oh, maybe there's something else. Maybe there's a final quest. Maybe there's a proper way of finishing this game off so it has some conclusion. No, it literally had no story. So it was basically like completely pointless. It was a good game up until then as well. Oh. And then Randy screwed me yet again. Oh. I'm starting to sound a little bit more like Moody again here. I'll have to rein him in.
Hold on. Well, as I say, I'll change control and I won't change it. I can change that tomorrow.
Yeah. There's 2 elites through there on either side with energy swords that are invisible. Hang on. On a funny side note, I saw an article about PS5 getting $50 more expensive. Me thinking, do I ever need a PS5? Will I ever see a PS5 being sold for its original price as proof? It's gonna be interesting. It's like I have a photograph, a really old photograph from when me and Jen went out and saw a pre-owned Xbox 360 when they were first being sold. There was a pre-owned one for sale, and it was literally like 500 British pounds, which I think is about the equivalent of about 550 US dollars, or I think 600 US dollars at the time, because of conversion and rates and stuff. It was really weird. Oh, I remember when we picked up God Hand, Jen, because you managed to find that in that one store.
Yeah, I need to actually... Oh!
Sorry. That's what happens when we're speed running.
I still need to actually play that. I still need to play a lot of games. I don't have a problem.
Yeah, so the funny thing about our relationship is that out of both of us, when we first started, I thought I'd be the one to play more games, but since then, the whole deal has become Jen plays more games than me. She plays them a lot longer than me. Arguably, a lot of them are RPGs or have some RPG elements to which she always ends up being better than me at the games. Primarily because she's really good at RPGs. And then on top of that, the joke about women buying too many pairs of shoes, Jen doesn't have that problem. Jen will buy like a pair of shoes when hers are really, really busted and everything, maybe like once or twice a year at most. What she will do is decide every other week that she wants to play another video game that we might not have out of like the 700 odd video games we already do own as physical copies. So she'll just turn around and be like, you know what, I'm just gonna buy this game. You know, so she'll go in thinking, it is a funny one as well. We went into a game store one time because we wanted to get, I think it was God of War on PS2. We came out with a Dreamcast and 100 games because it was on sale.
They didn't have God of War 2 in. It was sold out, so I went for the next best thing.
I will admit though, you got the better option, arguably because I'm biased.
Well, it was also because I never had a Dreamcast because I grew up with the
Amiga.
PC Amiga and then went on to PlayStation straight away. Oh, I did have a Game Gear, but that doesn't really count as a Sega console.
Yeah, it's like I grew up with just the Mega Drive until like the original PS1 came out. But I've played like everything else at that point, it's like the N64 and a bunch of other consoles. And then, next thing you know, we've got like every other console because together both of us are kind of feeding off each other in terms of being like, you know what, we can just get this. How about we get this console? Next thing you know, we've been collecting consoles and games together. Dave, still waiting on that cough cough friend request for SDBA. I'm sorry, audio. I'm sorry. I also lack impulse control, says Damon. It doesn't help that we both have ADHD. Like, literally, we both have ADHD, so we both lack impulse control. It's just, the funny thing is, I can kind of rein myself in a little bit better.
I have the problem as well, like, why, like, the Unicorn Princess games on his channel is, this game looks so bad. I need to play it. I need to see how bad it is. It's gonna be hilarious. So I buy bad games just to play them because they're normally just fun bad.
Jenny, you right behind me there? No, you're
I'm
not.
on the ground. I ran to kill stuff, so you carry on running.
It's alright, I was trying to make sure you weren't behind me for a little bit so I could actually throw a grenade behind me and kill some of the enemies behind me. Young says, man, I wish Blockbuster was still a thing. At one point, we actually saved quite a bit of money by renting games.
And then it stopped renting games. And only did movies. I was disappointed.
Oh. Marcus says I have ADHD and I don't have that problem at all. I look, but I do not like having dozens of games and not touching them.
I am
Do
going thorough.
slowly.
Yeah.
I could argue it's like me with model kits when I had no hands. It's like I bought a load of model kits thinking this will be great for when I have my hands back, and then I've got a massive backlog now.
I will admit though, I did ruin my thing of I'm not buying any more games until I play them, because I bought and I have finished Cult of the Lamb. I bought and finished 2 Point Campus, and I've just bought SD Gundam. So as long as I finish that, then it's fine.
And the original thing was you won't get any more games until you finish Final Fantasy VII, but you've still got to finish Intergrade. In fact, you've got to start playing Intergrade, I think.
No, because I got halfway through Intergrade, then I wanted to finish Final Fantasy Remake on Hard, and then I got halfway through Hard, and then I got distracted by another shiny game.
Wait, was I there when you started Intergrade? Because I don't remember Yuffie's story. Because that's what Intergrade is.
Yeah, I could start it again. I think you were busy with something else.
Sleeping, probably. Oh, no! I dropped the Banshee! I've got to kill myself. No! I need
You want me to kill myself?
Please. Sorry. That sounds terrible without context. Dave, teach Jen. She will become your hands. Oh, to do kids. We've got some SD kids there. Actually, I deliberately got Jen the Goku one from World Heroes because of Jen liking Dragon Ball. Because when we first met, Jen was a big Dragon Ball fan. I think she still is.
Well, I was gonna say I was slowly going off super because of the manga, but it's picking up again.
Is it though? Is it really?
It's better than what it was.
But things named after breakfast cereal. I can enjoy Dragon Ball, I really can. But no matter which half of me is trying to make sense of this, I can't really get over. I know it's all about puns and everything, but naming characters after breakfast cereal or breakfast items is just that really does end up being the final stretch for me. It just sounds way too weird, even if it is Dragon Ball. Oh. Oh, no, you respawn.
Sorry.
Oh, and it checkpointed as well.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I didn't realize I was chasing something.
It's okay. It's okay. It's just going to take us about another 5 minutes.
I didn't say we were going to stop at cartographer and then we carried on, so.
I know. I thought we could sneak in this one, but now I don't know my way around because I hardly ever go this way. I always take the Banshee because it saves time. Oh.
Me?
God damn.
Me?
Oh. Is this? Please tell me. Yeah, it's going down. Marcus says, who's named after breakfast cereal in Dragon Ball? Jen, explain this one for me.
In the manga, there's granola, the planet cereal, the Sugaranians. There's the heaters, that's Aleki, gas, oil, and I keep forgetting the other one. So,
He must be that forgettable. I don't even.
I won't say much else because it is spoilers and it's the manga, not the anime, so. But, yeah, the heaters.
I tend to buy stuff I couldn't own when I was a kid, says Damon. What? Why have I just spawned in? Did you go back in here?
No, I've only just come through here.
Oh, it triggered another one.
What?
Oh, I see. So the spawns, the teleports for that are weird. Okay, that makes sense. Now I've got to find out where the Banshee is. Give me a sec. It'll be at the top of the platform. Yeah, I think I'm a little bit notorious for getting stuff that I couldn't afford when I was a kid, although we did that with the consoles, so can't get up that way. Maybe, oh. Let's see, can I get up the center here? I probably can, if I'm careful. No. If I'm careful, proceeds to wreck the ghost because of the gap there. Jen, you just go up the normal way. I'll try and get to you without dying. I've missed some of these messages from chat here. I'm gonna have to put up the model thing later on or something for a laugh. Where's the Banshee count? Oh, there it is. It's on the left-hand side. Oh, no. Did I kill that elite with the gold sword? Okay, if I can just hit this at the right angle. Hey! That's me with toy collecting now, Moody. Wish I'd never gotten into it, says Young. It depends, like, as long as you can rein yourself in, it's not too bad. Like, I'd say I don't have that problem, but I do have it with kits at the moment. There's actually a lot of kits that I was thinking of getting rid of. You know, either going, like, on eBay and selling them or something, because I'm not going to display them anymore. But, like, the only problem I have is with kits for that kind of thing right now, because, like, I've reined myself in quite a lot. It's like, normally I only try and pick stuff that's, like, ridiculously rare now, or a once-off thing. I say that, and then I go get the entire Symphogear collection, but that's different. That's different. And with Jen, it's just adding to her Final Fantasy VII collection that she's got. Which isn't so much a collection and more just a shrine to Cloud.
I need Zack as well. I need the good boy.
Yeah, we'll have to get Zack. Young says, I dropped Gundam because it's kind of getting much, says Young. Yeah, I think I might honestly have to. I remember saying that I'd quit at, like, the God Gundam, which is the real grade one. Well, I did say about the high-res one, but then I kept on going after, so I'll probably do it at the real grade one. I'd be fine if I had all my HLJ list finished, because all I need to really do now is finish off and get high-grade Death Scythe, and that's it, but HLJ just won't ship it to me because it's on back order. There we go, so we'll quit out in a moment, and then we're good. Marcus says, I don't do it either. I'm very frugal with my money. I get $100 for Christmas, and I'll still have $100 next Christmas. Oh, nice. What I tend to try and do is save, like, 90% of it, and then use the other bit for myself as kind of like a treat thing, if I can. Used to be better when I had full-time employment properly, and I could actually get it easily compared to nowadays. Because, like, I'd take home, like, for instance, about 1,600, and I'd put, like, 1,400 in the bank, and then I'd just save the rest, you know, and use it on myself. And why am I playing the level? I just realised I'm there saying, I'm going to end the game, I'm going to quit, and then I'm running the level again. I'm on autopilot for speedrunning Halo.
That's why I was sort of chasing you, and it was like, what's going on?
Oh.
I'm sorry, we could have played a bit more, but I did promise someone.
No, you did, so it's fine, it's fine. Let's just finish up here. Young says, I wish Hasbro stopped making good Transformers figures. Simple, they just have to have another quality issue again, like they seem to have every so often. That'd stop. You know, that'd stop a lot of people. Damon says, I'm looking for more work before I can buy more model kits. My problem I have right now is like DVDs and 360 games. DVDs, I'll admit, I had a problem with those at one point, but that was because, like, they were literally the most cheapest thing ever. It's like you can get them for basically like $1 or less. And I went through and got a load of, like, really, really good films. Young says, I'd like to go back to Titan's Return. I saved so much. Drift's come in at the end of the stream. Drift says, afternoon, Dave and Jen, our avatar couple. Nice pic, Jen. Checking out your stream on a 65-inch TV while texting on my smartphone. Technology rocks. But yeah, anyway, guys, we hope you've enjoyed. I'll post the image later on. The silly one we were on about before for a laugh. We hope you've enjoyed. We'll do this again some point, complete Halo 1, and then we'll do Cursed Halo to have a really good laugh. So until then, thank you very much. Appreciate the company. So yeah, bye.
Bye.